Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Affordable Flyers, HKS moves supply and distribution to the U.S. Vans offering pre-built fuel tanks. Bristell begins touring B23 Energic electric aircraft. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to Airborne Affordable Flyers, our programming designed to help you get and stay in aviation as affordably as possible. Overseen by the editorial staff of the award-winning Sport Plane Resource Guide, we know well the challenges faced by today's sport flyers, and we're here to help you enjoy flying to the utmost. Let's get into today's stories. HKS moves supply and distribution to the U.S. Light sport engine manufacturer HKS recently announced that it will be relocating its parts supply and distribution operations to the United States. HKS has operated almost exclusively out of Japan since it opened its doors in 1973. The manufacturer has utilized New York-based Quicksilver Aircraft Northeast as its dealer for HKS engines since 2001, and as its HKS 700E distributor and authorized service center since 2014. Shipping full engines and replacement parts overseas can be an extensive and expensive process and leave planes grounded in the meantime. Now, with the manufacturing of the HKS 700E light engine being put on the back burner for other projects, HKS and Quicksilver have come to an agreement to get things moving more quickly. Quicksilver Aircraft Northeast LLC owner Chris Hatton said, quote, "We have negotiated with HKS to purchase the remaining inventories of spare parts and engines and move them to New York to avoid delays in part shipping and service of the HKS 700E engines in the field. The inventory available is enough to service these engines for decades to come, given the engine's reliability and simplicity." End quote. The HKS 700E is a 60-horsepower, two-cylinder, four-stroke engine that falls within the ASTM consensus standards for special light sport aircraft installation. The power plant has a 1,000-hour TBO and typically burns just 2.3 gallons per hour in cruise. After the break, Cub Crafters began serial production of 160-horsepower Carbon Cub UL.
Direct Fly USA proudly introduces the new Alto NG, a single-engine, two-seat light sport aircraft for the North American market. This simple, all-metal aircraft design provides low-maintenance cost, easy, comfortable access, and responsive flight controls. Equipped with the Rotax 912 engine and a ballistic parachute, the Alto NG is reliable and safe. Learn more about the Alto NG at directflyusa.com.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Cub Crafters began serial production of 160-horsepower Carbon Cub UL. Cub Crafters' long-awaited Carbon Cub UL has finally moved into production, with deliveries expected to begin in Q2 of this year. It's available as either a factory-built LSA or a factory-assisted EAB. The aircraft has an impressively light weight of 807 pounds, cut down 85 pounds from the original 2009 Carbon Cub. The Carbon Cub UL comfortably supports 2 people, a couple of bags, and a full 24-gallon tank of gas without breaking the FAA's current LSA limitations. Field & Aero adds Flybox Avionics to the lineup. Field & Aero has hit the ground running after last year's news with the addition of Italian avionics manufacturer Flybox, joining their lineup alongside the Australian Aeropup aircraft. Don Fielden has turned his attention to representing Italian avionics from Flybox. Their avionics designs hew to the lighter, more compact side of things, so that Flybox designs many of their instruments around the same computational core, with their smaller units having the same processing power and performance of the larger ones. Blackshape aircraft sets foot in USDM. Bravo Fox, which was named the official U.S. distributor for Blackshape sales and maintenance late last year, took the stage during the pre-Sun & Fun Innovation Preview on March 31st to showcase their aircraft offerings. The distributor is currently offering one design, the Prime, with the Gabriel soon to join its collection. The Prime hit the international market in 2012 with the 100-horsepower Rotax 912. This part of the design has undergone several changes since its debut, arriving at Sun & Fun with the 141-horsepower Rotax 915 and soon-to-be 160-horsepower Rotax 916 IS. Scalebirds skip sun and fun to keep their nose to the grindstone. Scalebirds has been hard at work on their variable frame light fighter, to the point they opted to skip sun and fun altogether. As it happens, sometimes things get to the point you just need to buckle down and focus, so that's exactly what Scalebirds is doing. In the days leading up to Sun and Fun 2025, Sam Watrous updated fans of the project, describing a busy shop finding their way around their frame. Some light fighter kits have been handed off to members of the Beta Builder program. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Vans now offering pre-built fuel tanks. Vans Aircraft is now offering pre-built fuel tanks for the RV-10 and RV-14 14A models. The new option lets builders avoid one of the more complex parts of the process and keeps the project moving forward. The pre-built tanks are inspected and tested at the factory prior to shipping to the customer. The tanks are sold only as a complete set, and there are some limitations to be eligible for this option. Builders are eligible for the upgrade only if they have not yet received a final payment request on an existing standard wing kit order. Quick build orders are not eligible for the upgrade. Quick build orders cannot be canceled and/or switched to a standard wing kit order with the pre-built fuel tank option. Quick build kits are already in production, and those orders cannot be modified. For customers who have already received their wing kit and wish to upgrade to pre-built fuel tanks, the price is $4,460. Vans cannot accept returns or give credit for standard fuel tank parts. For new orders or open orders for wing kits upgrading to the pre-built tanks, the price is $3,795. The price is lower because some fuel tank components are included in the wing kit price. After these messages, Bristell begins touring B23 Energic electric aircraft.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Bristell begins touring B23 Energic electric aircraft. H55, a spinoff of the Swiss project Solar Impulse, kicked off a tour of its Bristell-made B23 Energic all-electric aircraft at the FUN Aerospace Expo. The aircraft will visit 8 states across the U.S. to showcase the certified battery electric propulsion system of the B23 by providing flight rides, tech presentations, and panel discussions with industry and government officials. The H55 Across America tour is an open invitation to flight schools, aviation professionals, government agencies, and investors to experience firsthand the commercial potential of electric flight. The tour will extend from April to August and stop at aviation hubs and events in 8 states. H55 is encouraging attendance from flight schools, aero clubs, private pilots, military service academies, airport operators, FBOs and MROs, aerospace and aviation academic institutions, and aviation enthusiasts passionate about the future of flight. The general schedule is April to be in Florida, May, Alabama and Arizona, June, Nevada and California, July, Colorado and Wisconsin, including AirVenture 2025, wrapping up in August in New York. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.